What's up guys, just a quick heads up that the music was blocked in this video due to copyright, so I have muted the audio. However, I have provided a link to the song in the description, so you can open a new tab and listen to the song alongside with my reaction. Or you can just join me on Patreon for unedited footage. But for now, enjoy the video guys.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin and today we're listening to the Beatles with two songs. Today we're listening to Here Comes the Sun and Because. This is off of their album Abbey Road, which everyone knows except myself, which was released in 1969. So originally I had said that I was going to listen to all of side 2 together because you guys had said it was a suite and it should be listened to all together. But upon research and some comments from you guys, you said that it's actually not the whole side. That's the Abbey Road suite, but from You Never Give Me Your Money until the end. That is technically the suite. So that's what we'll be listening to all as one, but we'll take these two songs on side 2 of the album first, Here Comes the Sun and Because, and then next time we'll do the whole we'll do the whole Abbey Road suite. One more thing really quick before we jump into it. I've tried other ways to try and get around the copyright thing. Some of you guys have said like other YouTube channels are uploading videos from the Beatles. I have no idea how, because I've tried, even though I know they block it, like I've tried to upload it and it just gets blocked immediately. I've even like edited out the song here and put in the song from YouTube, even though it's the exact same song, just to see if maybe like it's YouTube's version that somehow gets cleared and Spotify's doesn't, but that didn't work either. So I tried that as well, but it just didn't work. So it's on Patreon and Dropbox. The link is there. Just click it. Otherwise, let's listen to some more of the Beatles. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Join me on Twitter. Join me in the comments down below. Join me on Patreon and all that fun stuff. Let's do it. This is the Beatles with Here Comes the Sun and Because. Okay, I'm going to talk about the song really quick, and then we'll listen to Because. It's just easier for me to concentrate on one song sometimes out of them all. All right, so I didn't know all of the song, but I've definitely heard like the verse and the chorus. I've definitely heard that. I don't know if it's exactly their version that I've heard, because I also saw that there's a bunch of covers of this song, or if it was someone else's. But regardless, I am familiar with that, even if not the whole song. Really nice guitar playing. I especially like how the vocals ride that guitar at certain moments. In the second verse, we have some keyboard introduced, but looking at the instrument list from George Harrison, that would probably be the Moog synthesizer that's being added in there. And I like that because the song Here Comes the Sun, Here Comes the Sun, so immediately I'm thinking of sunshine. I'm thinking of, honestly, kind of the album cover. Like, it feels like Here Comes the Sun, but here comes the band bringing you their sunny side of music. And this song feels very uplifting. It feels very positive. It feels encouraged. And all those emotions kind of mix into this blender of a seemingly simple package, but it's not. There's some interesting time signature changes that happen in the break of the song. I really like that because it expands the sound that they've been kind of building off throughout this album, really showing you a lot of different facets of their sound. And you guys had mentioned in the comments, and thank you, by the way. I don't know if I've said thank you, but thank you so much for like giving me some more information on the Beatles, because I'm coming into this completely fresh. I'm out of the musical womb, and this is mama slapping me, right? Waking me up, or the doctor slapping me, making sure I'm breathing. All of the information that you guys have been posting down below, even if I don't like comments or put the heart thingy on all of them, I'm reading it because I'm learning about them. So thank you guys for putting all that stuff in the comments, because it really does help me. I'm gaining a lot of knowledge and insight into who they are. And like I said, one of the things that you said is that they don't do things twice. And even though I'm only listening to this album as of right now, you already get a sense of that. There's a huge amount of variety in this album. It is a smorgasbord of sound. There's a lot going on, and this song just brings a different side of the band into the album. Like I said, this is the sunny side. And even as George is singing, and I really enjoy his singing, by the way, in case you haven't noticed, but his singing is just so like, there's a certain sway in his voice that I feel like just wins you over immediately. But even behind his vocals, and I think even besides the guitar, you get a little bit, I'm assuming, of the synthesizer. Maybe it's harmonium. You get just a little bit of something else that's very subtly done, also harmonizing with the vocals. And that just adds so much of an effect to how enticing vocally this song is, to how intriguing it is. Yeah. And that's really cool. I love that break. It's once again, that feels like big rays of sunshine to the point of a little bit of a solar flare going on. It's just ba 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 ba, and that guitar layered on top of the synth is just a really nice buzzy feeling kind of sound. Reminds me of like summer, if you're like in a field or there's lots of grass around your lawn. If you're standing out on your lawn in summer, there's a certain hiss that's going on, right? If you listen to like the bugs that are making sounds, the sprinklers that are going on in the suburbs. I don't know, there's just a certain sound that you get in summer, and I feel like this song perfectly captures that sound. Let me talk about the lyrics really quick, because I didn't even mention those. The lyrics, here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, I say it's all right. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. So winter, of course, the epitome of cold, loneliness, isolation, death, if you even want to go that far. Here comes the sun. After whatever negative space we're in, whatever the song is representative of, even if that's just bad times, whatever bad times that we're in right now, here comes the sun. Here comes that bright ray of sunshine. Here comes that bright ray of hope. It's finally here. He says, he talks about the smile returning to their face. It seems like years since it's been here. And yet he's there reassuring this person, here comes the sun. I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Even though time may have not been on their side during those bad times, finally, the ice is melting, the sun is shining, feel a little bit of heat, good times are on their way. And even the way that he keeps on repeating little darling, the person that he's addressing, he feels some sort of closeness with, he feels some sort of personal relationship with them, close enough that he could reassure them in the way that he's saying little darling. I'm looking on BeatlesBible.com, Just reading a quote from Harrison. He says that Here Comes the Sun was written at the time when Apple, which was the record label, was getting like school, where we had to go and be businessmen, sign this and sign that. Anyway, it seems as if winter in England goes on forever. By the time spring comes, you really deserve it. So one day I decided I was going to sag off Apple and went over to Eric Clapton's house. The relief of not having to go and see all those dopey accountants was wonderful. And I walked around the garden with one of Eric's acoustic guitars and wrote Here Comes the Sun. So isn't that perfectly done how translatable the feeling of George Harrison walking around the garden, playing hooky basically from recording studios and labels and all that kind of stuff, just kind of like taking time off to himself, enjoying the sun. You're walking around in the garden, how perfectly translated that comes into the music, because you could definitely envision that and feel that as if you're walking in the garden yourself. So now let's move on to the next song, because there was nothing I was going to say after that. The name of the song is Because. So I was trying to do a joke there. Let's just do it. How absolutely like gorgeous. That was so densely beautiful. Those harmonizations on their vocals. I mean, that is a gold mine. That is a treasure right there. That is just luxurious singing. Beautiful. I love the synth that would come in at certain points. When the song first began, when the bass popped in, just giving so much more pronunciation into their vocals as they were introduced. It felt like overwhelmingly magical. And it's so simple in the way it's delivered. I mean, there's nothing flashy about this, but it's just how perfectly like harmonized the band was. How perfectly in sync they are in this. I mean, it sounded mysterious, hopeful, dark, fun. It had so many feelings. Just is that like harpsichord or clavichord, or is that just guitar? Let me pull it up. I'm assuming that's harpsichord played by Jarge. That's harpsichord played by George Martin. See, I've been looking up the differences between harpsichord, clavichord, all the chords, and I got it on this one. I'm proud of myself, to be honest. Harpsichord being played by George Martin. And I'm seeing here, because I'm still on Beatles Bible right now, just reading some facts about the songs and stuff. And it says that the song was inspired by Moonlight Sonata, I guess played backwards. John Lennon asked Yoko Ono to play the chords backwards, and he wrote because as a result of that. That is really interesting. This song, this feels like a transition, right? This feels like a transition piece. And usually what a transition piece means is like it takes you from point A to point B, right? But it puts you on a nice little journey in getting there. So in ending, I guess, the previous songs and, of course, the previous side as well, before it moves into the actual Abbey Road suite, that is just really cool how this does feel like some sort of transcendental journey just along with their voices as you move into the Abbey Road suite. And even lyrically, it's very simple, but like it's the way that everything is delivered. Because the world is round, it turns me on. Because the world is round. Because the wind is high, it blows my mind. Because the wind is high. Love is old, love is new, love is all, love is you. Because the sky is blue, it makes me cry. Because the sky is blue. Even the simplicity of the lyrics has a certain beauty to it. You know, it's profound in its simplicity and its sensibilities. I I actually, it's such a small piece, not even 3 minutes, and yet it has so much feeling packed into it. And thinking of Moonlight Sonata, I guess I can see a somewhat similarity in this, perhaps in the mood, in the reflectiveness and the thoughtfulness of the song. This is just really, really good. And sometimes even if you think of like high-priced gourmet dishes, sometimes they bring it out and it's like, it looks like the simplest thing ever. But it's the complexity of the flavors inside of that dish. I feel like you're getting the same thing here. Once again, just reiterating the point that it may seem simple, but it's that emotional richness and the textures in their voices that you're really getting in this song. Fantastic. Guys, let me know what you thought of the two songs. Hope you enjoyed them. You can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. You can support the channel on Patreon. You don't have to, but it definitely helps. And otherwise, I just hope you have a wonderful night, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and soon we'll be journeying into the Abbey Road Suite. See you soon. Bye.